It happened eventually. I knew it.
Let me tell you something. Here's my thing. And I've been saying this for a while now. Whoever writes for NXT knows what the fuck they're doing.
Word. They're like, I can't stop laughing.
Because the whole time, like I was hoping that you would have got on a little sooner. Because my whole face that whole time was just like,
yeah.
Like, and I didn't even know what to say. I'm just like, yo, what?
I was sitting there too. I was like, oh shit. Well, welcome everybody.
Oh my god. My god.
Oh my god, I forgot the name of the oh my god. We just got finished watching NXT Vengeance. And
Vengeance Day. Let's get it right.
Huh?
Vengeance Day.
Is it called Vengeance Day or just called Vengeance?
It's called Vengeance Day.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Violence Day. Okay. But we just got finished watching Vengeance Day, and my God, what an event. Like, I'm talking like
I don't know how main roster's not like this. SmackDown is starting to be like that.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. I just generally don't get it. Why can we get so much at like, okay, let me just start with the tag team, right? Because I just want to start there first. It was MSK,
the women's tag match, right? The Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Yeah. I just want to start with the men's real quick, just to get that over, because I'm still fucked up with it. You know what I mean? Because it was just so good.
All the matches are good. I can't complain about any of the matches.
I can't, and that's the thing too. Like it was the Dusty Rhodes Classic Tag Team match with MSK and what were they called? Veteran young
veterans, grizzly young veterans,
right? And I must say, like, just like they kept me interested. They kept me wanting more. They kept me really just entertained and just like really loving tag team wrestling. Like they made me love tag team wrestling even more.
It's only certain tag teams that could do that for you nowadays.
Well, yeah. So like, I'll take. I mean, like when it came to what do you call him? Not Adam Cole, Roderick Strong and O'Reilly. They were a great tag team, and they were a great tag team. Before they left, Street Profits was good. Before they left to the main rosters, and I hate saying main roster because
they're still good because they still carry a lot of those matches.
Right, but at the same time, it's like I feel like they're a step slower. You know what I mean? Like not a step slow, but yeah, a little step slower.
You have to dial it down a notch because the competition is a lot younger and a lot more charismatic when it comes to things like that. Like look at who they're going against. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of the wrestlers can't keep up as much as and I think that's what the problem is really like the main roster does not have young doable tag teams. We have old tag teams that can't really keep you entertained as much as like even Chad Gable. I'll go with Chad Gable. Chad Gable and at the time, what was his name? His tag team partner. Got his name. Jason Jordan. They were interesting before they left. Even when they left, they were interesting because they were still young and they still had that go. And then when they split them up, I was just like, that was a dumb idea, but whatever. Because not for nothing, I didn't see any of them being in singles matches. Like they were, to me, they weren't as refined as they need to be for a singles match. But
well, for Jason Jordan, yeah. But
why you say Jason Jordan? Yeah,
because he had the figure for it. If you look at Chad Gable was a smaller person, and there's no cruiserweight division, so he wasn't going against any type of heavyweights. So
you mean that was
they would have put him on 205 Live if that was the case.
I mean,
they didn't.
They put Drew Gulak on 205 Live, and Drew Gulak is amazing. Anyways, but the Vengeance Day, I'm calling it Vengeance. Fuck that. Anyway, Vengeance Day, the tag team was just amazing. It was immaculate. Even the women's. Like I don't get. I know it's a small rant, but I don't get why the main roster don't like that. But anyway, tag team was amazing. Kept me interested. Kept me involved.
It's always going to be the writing.
Huh? Yeah.
It's always going to be the writing.
Praise to the writers of NXT. Just praise to the writers of NXT. Oh, so amazing. Yeah, what'd you think about the tag team, men and women? What was men and women, right? Yeah,
they were both good, solid matches, and a lot of them. You know, watching them, you could tell that it can go both ways. You know,
that was the most interesting.
So you were like, all right, either way, this match is good. So whoever wins doesn't even matter because this match is great.
Right, like that. Right, like why wasn't that like? I don't get that in the main roster sometimes. Like certain wrestlers do it, but not all of them.
North American Championship. What do you think about that?
The what?
The North American Championship match. What do you think about that?
My man, I could watch that forever. I can sit there and watch that forever because it was just amazing. Like, this is the most I've seen, one of the most times I've seen Johnny Gargano go fully out and really like reason why they call him Mr. Wrestling. I see why. Like, this shows you. And I always forget his name. Who his opponent?
Kushida.
Man, like, just I'm blown away. Just I'm done. Like, watching him wrestle, and he has this Back to the Future feel because he calls it his submission move the hoverboard. He calls the hoverboard, and his wrestling boots almost look like
Nike Mags.
Yeah, the Back to the Future.
He comes with the little the jean.
Yeah.
Coat over it.
Yeah, look, he has a great look. Like, I love it. Like, and the way he wrestles in jeans, I'm just like, oh shit. Like, the way, like, because I'm surprised those jeans don't rip. But he's great. Like, he's amazing. I was hoping that he was gonna win that shit, but
I was hoping so too.
I'm okay with who won. I just thought, Johnny was gonna lose it this time because it was like, it was so close. I was on pins and needles.
Really close. That ending threw me for a loop because I was like, whoa, okay, all right.
Yeah, like,
cool.
And that's the thing. That's the one thing I've noticed about NXT versus everything else. Well, I will say SmackDown, because SmackDown does it too. When NXT matches are happening, like main events and even regular shows, you don't know who's going to win. It keeps you in suspense. And this is the one thing that the main roster, especially on Raw, is missing out completely. SmackDown, depending on who's wrestling, you kind of get that. But NXT does it, and they keep you on your pins, and you're like, oh shit. You're like, you don't know, and the fact that you don't know makes it more exciting, and that's something that you don't see on the main roster that much.
You
You can almost tell. Like, okay, so the North American Championship was great. I couldn't even tell who was going to win. And then the women's championship, I was thinking that Mercedes Martinez was going to win. Seriously.
All I have to say about that match was that exchange towards the middle of the match, where they were on the turnbuckle, and Mercedes had did that German suplex. Oh my god!
I had to laugh because I was like, "Ooh, shit!"
That was crazy.
It was pretty though.
Anybody who ain't see that shit? Oh my god!
It was pretty though.
That shit was great.
It was pretty. It was so pretty. I was like, and then Io Shirai, they call her the genius of the sky, and you know why. And I hate the fact that rhymed, but it did.
I was like, they say it like that,
right? But they call her the genius of the sky, and she is amazing. Tony is great as well. She's great. And I like the fact that she's okay. I like the fact that she's not like every other blonde wrestler. She's not another Charlotte Flair wannabe, or and I hate to say, or another Natty Hart wannabe. You know what I mean? Because because you look at Natty Hart, she literally is one of the best. And then you look at Charlotte, she's one of the best too. But also too, Bailey's great, and Sasha Banks is great, and so is Amber Moon and Naomi, and there's a couple others, but I hate looking at copycats. Blonde hair wrestler. I'm just so tired of it sometimes. It's like, I don't need another blonde hair wrestler, but she's just so different from everybody else that same thing with Rhea Ripley. They're so different, and that makes me like them because they're different. They're not Charlotte. They're not what you see a lot on the main roster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're used to something like that. So all these NXT women are different, and you also got to remember that a lot of these women that are on the main roster now have all gone through NXT. So
right.
That's the norm that you're used to seeing now.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the same thing a couple months or a couple years down the line when we start seeing all these other people on there. They're gonna be the norm, and then we're gonna be looking for something new. That's how it always is.
Yeah, because Mandy Rose didn't start off on NXT. She was main roster right away because she looked good.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you could tell the difference between a diva and an actual wrestler, because a lot of the girls that are out here now are wrestling.
Yeah, well, like what's her name? What's her name? She wrestles with Mandy. Brooke.
Brooke?
Yeah, Brooke. She started on NXT. So I mean, like I said, I'm happy I see different female wrestlers on NXT that are different, and that's what the main roster needs: different, and not be so shy, not be so hesitant to see different female wrestlers. Like Asuka's different, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, but
so
we got enough of that, and I don't even want to say like it's crazy because you do see the moves from NXT over to Raw and SmackDown, but I would consider NXT a main roster because
I would love to.
Is great, and then there's also people who go from being on Raw and SmackDown back to NXT because they know that they're a little more comfortable there.
And
look at Ember Moon. Ember Moon was a breakout star.
Yeah, I mean,
she got injured, came right back to NXT,
and she's great. She's always been great, and that's the thing that bugs me is like, reason why I say main roster is because they're not treated the same way on Raw and SmackDown, and they're not utilized the same way. And I understand there's a lot more people. I think there's a lot more people on Raw and SmackDown, but you could tell. I'm not saying that they need the spotlight, but when it's their time, they almost seem like it's almost like it's like I'm giving you half of a character. I'm not giving you all of it. You know what I mean? It's like I give you. So it's like Finn Balor, right? We got all of Finn Balor when he went to Raw, right? When he went to SmackDown, we got a little bit. And then when he came back to NXT, we got full Finn Balor, right? What he should have been. Amber Moon. We got a little bit of Amber Moon on the main roster. When she went back to NXT, we got a full back to,
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's this thing, these tidbits that we get from wrestlers. Like, I'm not saying we need to see all of it in one match or during the week, but at the same time, it's like there's parts.
Well, here's the thing, you're so used to seeing that one person getting that push, then they get moved to the main roster. Once they get moved to the main roster, it's just, it just dissolves from there.
Yeah, it's such a flat line, and I don't think.
I feel like you're gonna have that same thing with like Damian Priest. Damian Priest right now moved to the main roster. He's in a feud with Miz and Bad Bunny and all that shit.
I don't like that.
Once Bad Bunny is gone and out of the picture, that's it. It's gonna be him just doing a few matches and then gone.
And that's my problem. It's the same thing with Keith Lee. Keith Lee has had a lot of big matches. He beat Randy Orton, and
he's gonna have that U.S. Championship match. So
right, but at the same time, it's like when he first debuted, we got Keith. We didn't get the Keith Lee we saw in the Royal Rumble.
That's because they're trying to run their stories. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
once they run their stories, they're gonna have room for other people to start joining in these timelines and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right now, they're just trying to finish out stories. We're already at the end of the year. He entered towards later the year, you know what I'm saying? And he was out for a bit. So that's to be expected.
Yeah, I just don't think we're not seeing them how they were in NXT. We're seeing them different when they get to the main roster. But anyway, back to Vengeance Day. The women's championship was amazing. Mercedes Martinez. She's amazing. She is amazing. I remember I went to the Evolution. I went to that event. With the all women's wrestling event, WWE Evolution. I went to that. I remember that. Like I saw pictures and videos from that. She's amazing. She is amazing.
She was in the Mae Young Classic, right?
Yeah. She's so good. So is Tony as well. Amazing.
Yeah, that was a great match. But I think hands down, the best match of the night was the NXT Championship match.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I literally thought Pete Dunne
Pete Dunne had that entire match in the bag.
Bro, I was like, when the ref was getting in between them, and he came over and kicked him in the head, and I was like, that's it. I was like, that's it. And I was like, wait a minute. And the reversals, Pete Dunne is good as well, but
his grappling and his technical work.
He freaks me out though, because like the finger, I'm like,
oh yeah, the finger breaking and I'm
like.
That's interesting. You don't see that. The only person who used to do some shit like that was something similar to it was Finley. You don't see that no more.
No, and I think Finley trained him. I think
it's possible.
I think they have like almost similar styles a little bit.
That match was great. Great back and forth. Great, that the ending of it when he freaking what was it? He takes out his mouthpiece, drop kicks him, catches. He caught him with the coup de grace and then picked him up for the 1966, 1866?
1916.
1916.
Yep.
Hit him with that, and it's over. 1, 2, 3. You know, I didn't see that ending completely like at all. Like I didn't see these dudes coming out to jump Finn at the end of the match.
I didn't see
I
it
was not
neither. I
expecting that
thought
at
he was
all.
just
So
gonna
the fact that
leave.
happened, that was great.
I thought he was just gonna leave and that'd be it.
Yeah.
No. And then
An undisputed era. I was looking at him doing that undisputed era.
I was looking at him like they
He would
shot the
if
system.
if he would have did it, I'd have been like, yeah, that's wild. But then he ends up getting super kicked in the face.
Yeah, Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole, and you could tell that he was salty, even though he went in there to help out. Like,
Yeah,
you
know the one thing.
salty.
The one thing about Adam Cole is like I knew it was going to happen because of the simple fact of the like the way he was looking at him.
Yeah, you could tell like he was salty. He was like, "Yo, fuck this guy," and then he got up, super kicked him,
and he kicked O'Reilly too.
Yeah,
I knew it was. I knew something was gonna happen soon.
You know what? I haven't been paying attention to much of NXT for a while, so I don't know how those storylines are going. I know that you're all part of like him supposedly trying to take the championship because he had like won like a number one contenders match.
Well, it was O'Reilly that had the. O'Reilly has had two matches with Finn Balor, and he lost both. And yeah, they supported him too, and they came to Finn Balor's rescue. And this is the I want to say second time or third time they came to his rescue. And so yeah, and O'Reilly respects Finn.
Yeah, so I saw how he was sincere, and then they all go for the pose, and he gets kicked in the face.
I thought they were gonna do
that point on. I was just like, what?
I thought they were gonna do this.
Oh nah, that's
because Adam Cole was part of the club as well.
Yeah, but I think that's dead. That's a dead situation.
No, because the club is actually in AEW.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think on WWE, that's a dead situation.
Yeah. Well, you still got two of them. You still got AJ but AJ ain't doing that shit.
So. Yeah, he's not.
So I mean, it was good. The super kick was. I was laughing. That's when I came on laughing. I was just like, because we just got finished watching it. So when I was sitting there laughing, like I knew something was coming. It had to come sometime soon.
Insane.
What'd you think about what'd you think about SmackDown on Friday?
I did not watch most of it. The only thing I saw was like the very beginning when Roman was talking to Adam Pearce about the Elimination Chamber match. It's crazy to see that he's throwing his weight around like that, like saying, "I'm not going to be in an Elimination Chamber. I'm going to be a part of it. I'm not going to be in the chamber itself."
Right.
He's like, they get to win a match right after, so I'm still performing my duties. I'm like, yeah, this guy.
Wait a minute, I got a feeling that when he says right after, I'm thinking like right after elimination.
Right after. I'm almost guaranteed. Well, as soon as that bell rings and they lift up the cage, he's coming out.
He's coming out, right?
Like if it's a cash in, I'm telling you. So that's exactly what we're gonna get. We might even get the cash in that on Sunday.
But on who?
Don't know. Could be in that scenario.
I mean, Roman's going to be fully rested and ready to go.
Yeah.
But he says he's fighting them on Friday, right? He says not fighting. He says he's not fighting them right after the event. He said he's fighting them on Friday.
He has to be a part. He has to be a part of the Elimination Chamber event. So he will.
So it is right after them. Oh,
yeah. Wow. So the stipulation is whoever's the winner of the Elimination Chamber match, they get a match against him right after. So it's either they do the Elimination Chamber match and then later on in the night they let it go off. Yeah. But since they have that heel thing going on with him, it could be that they're just like, you know what? As soon as this match is over, he just comes right out.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Like if it's a cash in.
What if it's his cousin? What if it's his cousin? I'm just saying.
We might get a lay down situation.
I don't know about that.
We could get a lay down situation.
I don't know about that.
Or we could see the return of Jimmy.
Jimmy could take his place?
No, more like Jimmy could interfere.
Oh, damn! You know,
So
what's fucked up?
take the head of the table
I
back.
actually thought Jimmy was going to interfere during a Royal Rumble.
I don't know. He's out on injury, right?
But Naomi's on Raw, so
I have to do with anything.
I don't know, because I remember watching Total Divas and they saying how they like to be, the schedules with their husbands and shit like that. So that's how I think about it. I don't know. What happened to Andrade? I haven't seen Andrade in months.
I don't know.
Is he injured?
No, not from mine.
Does Charlotte have him tied to the bed?
So the only thing that I've really been paying attention to for the most part is just the Elimination Chamber stuff. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard anything of a women's Elimination Chamber, so I don't think that's happening this year.
Which is upsetting because I think they need to have one anyway. No?
There's no real contenders at the moment, I feel. That's why they're not doing it.
Not enough women.
There's not enough women.
There's not enough women.
There's 2 championships.
And what's her name? Literally shut down that whole shit by making everyone tap.
Yeah, so
she made everyone tap.
There's no way of telling, but they haven't announced that, so I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a couple other good matches, that they'll fully give us a lineup for. I don't think they announced that it was going to be Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle for the U.S. Championship.
They did.
Did they announce that? I don't think they did. I think that might be a
no. I think it's just Keith Lee
interfered into the match.
I think it's just Keith Lee versus Bobby.
No, Matt Riddle's a part of that whole thing.
I like Matt Riddle. I'm just tired of him going against the brothers. I hate to say it like that, but I'm just so tired of him. It's like I hate to say it. It's like they're in LA, right? And they see this hippie dude that kind of skateboards through the hood. They do is beat him up constantly. Like that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. I'm like, oh look, Matt Riddle getting beat up by a bunch of black men again.
I mean, but that would have been the same thing if it was like Undisputed Era, you know what I'm saying? Just because he was going after like the North American Championship. Wasn't that the case? He was going after the North American Championship or some shit like that, and he kept.
Well, it was him and Pete Dunne were tag team champions.
And they just kept getting their ass whooped.
Nah, they didn't keep getting ass whooped. Because it was
jump by the Undisputed Era every time.
Yeah, but it also had Keith Lee going after United.
Yeah, after some time, but before that rivalry, you still had just him.
And whoever was Adam Cole was going against helped them out as well. So it wasn't really just them by themselves. Just saying. But they also did.
It was still the same situation. That will always be.
Yeah, but it wasn't Matt Riddle by himself.
The group is always going to go after that one person, or the tag team. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but Pete Dunne is not like some person that's easy to.
But it doesn't matter because of the storyline. They're always going to have a bigger group go. The faction is always going to go against the tag team, regardless.
True. I don't know. Maybe they're beating him up.
New Day was like that when they were heel. New Day was comedic heel in the very beginning.
They were. Okay, I can see that.
And then they became face heel, face faction.
Yeah. Let's see. Raw was okay. It was there's nothing to really boast about with Raw. I hate to say it that way. There's really not. Like, okay.
If it seems interesting, I'll watch it. But for the most part, like I'm either glancing at it or I watch it.
Nothing's gonna be interesting. Nothing was interesting last week. Everything's gonna be interesting this week. And then the weeks leading up to Elimination Chamber is next week.
Yeah, next Sunday. So
Yeah. That's it. Everything's interesting that's going to be happening is like this week.
Yep.
And then after that, dry spell.
No, for like I think like another month you got a month from that day you got Fastlane.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
2 more pay-per-views and then WrestleMania, which is 2 nights. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see what happens this week though.
But it is what it is. It's been great and
yeah,
storylines are going good. So I just want more of the action on the regular shows.
I agree.
AEW, I don't watch.
I do.
Prime. I only watch clips for the most part. But there's nothing really much for that. I mean,
John Moxley versus Kenta. John Monty versus Kenta.
But that's like the only storyline that I see that is constantly going. There's always some type of constant thing with either John Moxley or the championship.
Well,
I never see anything else.
Storyline wise, important.
Yeah. Because even with what the AEW championship, John Moxley's still involved in those conversations. So at that point, it's like, all right.
And then you have, I don't know what's going on with the TNA championship.
I don't even know who the hell has that right now.
What's his fucking name?
Is it the last person I knew that had it was Darby Allin? Is he still got it?
Darby Allin still has it.
He got it, right? Who did he take it from? Was it Cody?
It was no, I think it was John Huber. I think it was no, wait, I forgot who he got it from. But anyway, Cody doesn't have it anymore. So I don't even know what the whole thing with Sting was going. Oh, that's the storyline. Taz versus, it was supposed to be Taz, Cody, Darby Allin, and Sting against Taz's faction that's going on right now. That's that storyline.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Taz going to be involved in that match, or is he just managing?
He's managing.
Oh, okay, that's trash.
Taz can't wrestle no more. I don't think, because I think it's I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I don't know if Taz can wrestle anymore. I would love to see Taz wrestle again. I think Taz is just done.
My bad.
Done wrestling.
I got the TV on mute over here, and it's playing the Untold APA documentary.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
I haven't got a chance to see it. I've been watching the Untolds. They're pretty dope.
They are. Well, since you're gonna go watch it, well, that was the review for NXT Vengeance Day.
Yep.
What happened during the week?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But you guys are either watching this Monday or Tuesday, so we'll have another video up possibly by Sunday, right before
Elimination Chamber.
Right before Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
So make sure y'all tune in to us Sunday and possibly Monday. I don't know when we'll have this up. Probably tomorrow, sometime tomorrow.
Yeah. So just don't forget to comment below, like, subscribe, and
let us know what you want to hear, because we're just starting out. We're trying to figure out what to do here. So y'all guys got any ideas? Let us know. Shoot us some comments.
And tell us how you felt about NXT Vengeance, because to us it was amazing. So let us know how you felt. And if you agree with the wins, because they're okay with me.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.
Right. Latest.